Welcome to Subramani. Date stamping this, we are in November, towards the end of November, and I'm answering some questions regarding the, questions which people have asked about in the YouTube channel and on Twitter. But not too many questions on Twitter about finance, so I'll stick to YouTube now. So the first question somebody has asked, I'm not naming them, is when do you think FII will stop selling? Will they stop from January? This is a good question to answer because there is nothing called an FII. We put all the foreign institutional investors in one box called FII and see what they do on an aggregate basis. Now there could be somebody from Japan, there could be somebody from US, there could be somebody from Singapore, Mauritius, Africa. Whenever we say FII, we think only American investors or European investors. We don't know. Right, when do FIIs sell? FIIs sell when they need money. If they find a more attractive market, they will sell. If their investors want money, they will sell. If there is redemption pressure, why do Indian mutual funds sell? They sell because there is redemption pressure. Why do you sell? You sell because there is some other opportunity. Maybe your daughter's school fees has to be paid, daughter's college fees has to be paid, your daughter's marriage, your son's education fees. Any of these things could be the reason why you are selling. You sold a small amount of shares, you paid off school fees, and suddenly your neighbor's flat is up for sale and you were always eyeing it and you sell. So can I look at you and say, oh my God, why is he selling? Is he anti-Trump? Is he anti-Modi? Is BJP going to win Maharashtra elections? Is it going to lose Delhi elections? Nothing. You needed the money. You wanted a different asset class. So that is the reason why mostly sales happens. So other opportunities, if suppose they feel that there are better opportunities in Taiwan or Indonesia, given the size of those markets, it's not as though it will be a huge sale. And also understand, I think I made a video already on FII selling. FIIs have sold 1.5% of their holding. It is not as though they have sold everything. It is like you selling 1% of your portfolio to buy some real estate, or maybe a younger investor selling 1% of his portfolio to paint the house, right? There's a reason. You need the money, so you're selling. So when FIIs need money, they will sell. If they're very profitable, they will sell. If they have at say 25% return they've got and their target was 12%, some of their trustees will come and say, look, you've already met your target, sell off at least a little bit. Don't wait for the cookie to crumble, right? The last few seconds of this video were profound, which is money management for rich people. Money management for rich people. So all the thank you sir can't be replied, right? One of the best videos on how to live moderately. It's actually not about how to live moderately. It's the advantage of being poor. One advantage which I didn't mention is at least nobody will come and ask you for a loan. When you look rich, people ask you for a loan. Even your own servant, when you buy a car, she's going to be saying something like, oh, I need this money and etc. It is just the saying, okay, now you have money, give me a little bit. It works with friends, family, servants, everybody, employees, everybody. It works like that, right? So one big advantage of looking poor is nobody will come to you and say, oh God, this guy doesn't have money. So that's one other advantage. What is your recommendation to the students who are not meritorious? I really don't know, because if you're not meritorious, do you want to spend your parents 50 lakhs to study in US, in Canada, Australia, etc.? To me, it makes no sense. But well, people have money, will spend, they should go. Minimalistic living, need-based living and lifestyle. Remove the clutter around you. Let us be content with what we have. This is all nice to say, but what happens is when you're young, you don't want to hear such stuff, right? You want to spend money. You just started earning. You want to buy a new phone. You want to buy a new two-wheeler. You want to have good experiences. You want to travel, maybe travel abroad, maybe travel to places which you have not seen as a kid, right? So any of those things are possible. So it's easy for older people to say, oh, you should not be spending on this, you should not be spending on that. Go back when you were 25, weren't your parents telling you the same thing? So don't repeat all that. As long as your kids are responsible, they will handle it themselves. I am from the Arya Vaisya community. In our community, 95% of the people look simple. lead simple life even though they have enough money, and also treat others with respect, does lot of social service. Aim is not to show off much, but new generation, our kids are changing everything. But we all have suffered this, right? Many people would have heard when they were in their 20s, their parents saying, oh, you're spending too much, we never spend so much. So this is bound to change a little bit, so don't worry too much about that. I have seen one disadvantage is if you live very poor, if you don't own a house and all that in the initial stages, in the arranged marriage market you will have a problem. Perhaps true, but then you will have to handle that, because to impress others, if you buy a house, a car and a motorbike and take vacations and to post it on Facebook, then maybe you will live with paying a lot more EMIs. It's perfect. You have to make a choice between the two. I'm 31 years old and I have net worth of 60 crores. Wow, I drive a 12-year-old car. I'm invest in my business and not on liabilities. So many people are asking, how did you get this? Did you inherit and inherited from my father? I don't consider myself rich. I have other liabilities too. I don't have much spending. Okay. Can looking poor help in avoiding taxes? Well, somebody has already replied. Yes, the expensive things you buy up, paying higher indirect tax that you save when you switch to cheaper options. I think you could save on income tax also. Clearly, a more expensive car requires more maintenance, so therefore you're already saving, right? Audio quality, good topic, great commentary on looking poor. Be looking like a common man. Our economy and banks and our employer want us to be indebted. This is absolutely true. Your employer wants you to be addicted to that 8 lakh salary or a 10 lakh salary or a 25 lakh salary. He does not want to pay you 25 lakhs and expect you to have a lifestyle of a person earning 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs, because then you're not so dependent on one thing you should all understand, that financial independence and retire early is a fantastic thing for you as an employee, but your employer knows that if once he loses you and he's paying you 8 lakhs, he'll have to replace you with somebody whom he has to pay 12 lakhs. Right, so they are not too keen for you to leave and go, because cost of searching for a new employee, etc. happens. So if you are dependent on the salary, there are less chances that you will just get up one morning and say, I'm not coming from tomorrow. So please make the video in Hindi also. I got Hindi videos, Tamil videos, English videos, everything. Mostly it is English. So wonderful video, thanks. Thank you. Which book is available? My books are not available. My books are not available on Kindle. My books are not available on print. It has just got exhausted, and CNBC has decided not to print. So if I take the trouble to go to another publisher and print, no publisher has come to me and said, do you want to reprint? So, well, it's stuck. But on my blog and my vlog, you find lots of things, but of course it's not well organized the way I would myself like it to be. Sudhir Mehta, the problem is gym instructor. Reaching your age. This is one question which I keep getting asked. What's your age? How much is your portfolio? What is it worth? How much is your dividend income? How does it matter to you? What is my age? I mean, my age is more than 50 and less than 100. Does it help you? Are you happy with that number? So, how to find my annual expenses 30 years later? Simple. Double it every 7-8 years, right? So assuming 8% inflation, every 9 years your expenses will double. So because you're doing over such a long range, maybe you look at it, what would be your retirement expenses, because you're only 30 now. When you're 30, whatever are your expenses, you just keep doubling it every 10 years. So today if your expenses are X, X will become 2X, 2X will become 4X, 4X will become 8X. So 8 times your current expenses would be your expenses when you are 60 years of age, right? So that's how you find out, and it's all a guess, right? your knowledge is great. Talking about NPS, there's nothing much to talk about NPS. It's not something with which I invest. So, I mean, what is NPS? How does NPS work? Should you invest in NPS? There are enough articles. Just go to Google, go to YouTube. You'll find enough people who have said. I don't do these explainer kind of things, except maybe I've done now one for the what happened to the Adani case. But other than that, I don't really push myself into doing these explainer things, because explainer things needs a lot of visual support also. If I say power of compounding, it would be nice to show it in a graph. I don't do that kind of work, so I don't have the infrastructure to do that. PMVVY is no longer available. Yeah, see, what happens is some of my old videos get played again. So there you will find that PMVVY, Pradhan Mantri Varishta Bima Yojana and all those things. Yes, some of them may be dead. So just in your mind delete that part. I am not going to go back into that video and delete it, because I need to know that one day it was there. So I am not going to delete it. So you will have to delete it in your mind. Thank you.